Right now, it's too soon to tell. What a song. Coming up on Verse, Chorus, Verse, let's relax, hang out, talk some albums, talk some songs. That's next. Welcome to Verse, Chorus, Verse. Hi, everybody. I'm DL. Hope you're well. Just me. You lucky ducks. How did we get here? Who'd have thought? Not me. It's been a week. I mean, we can all relate, right? It's a week of work. Work's never easy for any of us, is it? No. It's been a long week at work. It's been a long week of news. Boy, I'm not going to get into any of the news stuff that's going on. Probably don't know. Well, you don't know. You don't know when I'm recording this. But there's plenty of turmoil in the news cycle, which what's funny is when this comes out, that could be 17 things. And that's what's fun. It's exhausting, isn't it? This podcast, I think, will never be a venue of political warfare or, life opinion as it is, whether it's better to be left or right, yada, yada, yada. It's not my place. It's not Evil's. It's not Rachel's. And we don't want that anyway. This is not where we come to bitch and yell and fight and depress. This is where we come to talk music, because you know what gosh, man, we need it, right? We need things like chatting about music. Because boy, the world is freaking hard sometimes, isn't it? How's that for an intro? Welcome, everybody. We're going to have a good time. No, I'm actually really excited. I'm talking about a lot of things that I love tonight. I really am. A lot of things that I love. Stoked for this. We're keeping going with our Rolling Stones. I like these. I have not gotten too much feedback either way. The feedback I have got was pretty positive, so we're just going to keep going with it. We're going to keep doing the Rolling Stones best albums of all time list, starting up 500, working our way down. The couple of you that watched our YouTubes have already seen some of these, some of our opinions, but I think if you remember them at all, opinions have changed. They have changed. I'm also talking I didn't talk about it at all. I'm talking about the Rolling Stone 500 greatest songs of all time. And that is more controversy's sake. Look, hate sells, and I've seen few lists that are as ridiculous or hateful as the Rolling Stones greatest songs list of all time, which they had to do it on purpose, right? That's got to be just a 500 song list of clickbait, doesn't it? It's gotta be. We're getting knee deep into it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting knee deep into some clickbait, and we can bitch about it together happily. We're back in the swing of things. I'm loving it. It's fun. Rachel's a little bit MIA. She's kicking ass at school, guys. We got to give her a break. She's got to get that master's or whatever the fuck, and hopefully not more English, so she can be even more insufferable. You fucking English majors, I don't know how you do it, but you do it. I still like you. It's okay. Evil and I are doing, after this episode, actually... Wait, I can't spoil what's coming up next. You know what I should do? I should just get into this. I feel like I'm being depressing. I'm spoiling shit. I'm ruining stuff. Come on. Let's talk about the most important part of the night. What are we drinking? I have the Apothic Red. We're doing the original blend. I think it's a Cali blend. This one's a 22. Yeah, it's Cali. Apothic. This is going to be interesting. Maybe I'm a little drunk. I made a killer dinner tonight. Some teriyaki glazed and also marinated salmon. Big old steak, big old T-bone, which I reverse seared, which I only discovered this year. And I think I'm getting the hang of it. I think I'm getting a hang of the reverse sear. I think it's very important that I do it on the cast iron pan, but I'm getting it. Tonight's was really good. It was a millimeter above medium rare, but It was good. So I'm a big red wine with, if I'm eating steak, I really want red wine and asparagus. I prefer asparagus, but that's it. Look, it's not fancy. We know everybody knows this wine, right? It's not fancy. I am a big fan of the $7, $12, $15 red Chuck. I am. Look, we get a little elitist in our cocktail hour on this show, but I am by no means a sommelier. I know I have a really bad palate with wine. You know, I've been friends with people that are fucking good with wine, but are they though? Is it a bunch of bullshit? That's the question. It might be. I taste pepper and dirt and the mist of the Napa. Nah, you know what I taste? Let's see. You gotta twirl it. You gotta sniff it. I taste fruit. I taste fucking fermented grapes and booze. That's what I taste. And I love it. I'm a huge fan. Sorry, all you wine guys. I'm not. Look, there's nothing I love more than going to a good dinner with somebody that really knows how to pick wine and just let them go to town. I enjoy a good wine. And I know the regions. Look, hey, I'm in Washington, damn it. I know my Willamette Pinot Noirs. Come on. What are we talking about here? It's alcohol after all. We know me. That's what I'm drinking tonight. I'm drinking a little $10 Chuck, little Apothic Red. I've always thought it was a great blend. Been drinking it for years. Why not, right? That's what we're drinking tonight. I've also got a little bit of water. Hydrate. Ladies and gentlemen, hydrate. I don't think I have too much else to share. I think maybe we should just get into it. I'm finding that I'm having to push towards the end of the songs just to make these episodes an hour, not too long. So I guess I should quit fucking dilly-dallying and get into it. We're going to take a break. We're going to talk about it. Hey, everybody, we're back. Are you so excited to talk about this? I am. Look. I think I say that too much. I say look too much. I went from here's what's funny to look. I think every year I think you just do it. You have to have some sort of mental word pause, right? And I guess that's mine this year. Look. I'm okay with it. So far, we have done 8 albums. I've enjoyed it. Talked about it at the beginning. Maybe I'll talk about it again right now. There is something about getting back into some of these artists and rediscovering some of these albums and hearing new albums that I haven't heard. I haven't heard every album in the world. Being forced to listen to albums that were shit to me, that I'm like, oh. But what I get to do first tonight, which just makes me so happy, is I get to talk about one of my favorite artists, because number 492 on the 500 Rolling Stones greatest albums of all time list is Nick of Time by the patron saint of all things slide guitar and blues, and just a saint of a woman. It's Nick of Time by Bonnie Raitt. Okay. We all know she plays slide guitar. We all know that she's the kick-ass redhead that she is. Got really big in the early 90s with Something to Talk About and whatever the other hits were. I don't remember what the other hits were off the top of my head. One of them was a thing called Love, which is off this album. She's had 18 studio albums, 21 total. She's had live albums, 18 studio albums. Let's see, 13 Grammys, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Doctorate of Music from Berklee, Harvard Arts Medal, Lifetime Achievement from the National Guitar Museum, and the Kennedy Honor Center gave her the Kennedy Honor before it became a joke, whatever you want to say. You bow to the one and the only Bonnie Raitt. That's what you do. Born in Burbank, a little bit of a hippie, in 1975. Dad John was a Broadway singer, and Mom was a piano player and singer. So she came from a super artsy family. They bought her a Stella guitar at 8 years old, and she never looked back. She moved to LA in the 60s. She was super, super restless. She moved from LA in the 60s to Cambridge. She went to Harvard. Yes, of course. She studied social relations and African studies. She was full on hippie, civil rights activist, amazing person. She immersed herself in that, the turbulent culture of that time. There's a quote here somewhere. I couldn't wait to get back to where there were folkies and anti-war civil rights movements. There was so much great music and political scene was going on in the late 60s. I had to be there. Boy, did she love music. That's all I'm trying to say. But she was very, very into the folk and the blues. She never really got out of that, thank God. She was exposed to a lot of Newport blues, a lot of the old school guys. 3 years after entering college, Bonnie left to commit herself full-time to music. Shortly afterwards, she found herself opening for Mississippi Fred McDowell, Sippy Wallace, Son House, Muddy Waters, John Lee Hooker. She opened for all these guys. She has always been a hard line to that old blues culture, and she's really tried to keep it alive. It was huge for her, and one of the many things I love about Bonnie is she's always looked back to that. She's always tried to carry that forward and make sure that those names were honored and make sure that all of that culture kept in minds. Was taught, recorded. She was a yeoman for the blues, I guess. Maybe I'll put it that way. In the 80s, she started pumping out. By the early 70s, she had built enough of a name to where Warner Brothers got interest, and she started pumping out albums for them. By the 1980s, she released The Low Green Light and Nine Lives, which is a compilation of all the highlights of her Warner stuff. And then she released the Bonnie Raitt collection in the 90s. All these are digitally remastered by Warner's anyway. Her 10th studio album is Nick of Time. Now, her 9th album, Nine Lives, this is when she got cut by Capitol. This is when Capitol decided that she just wasn't going to happen. Not big enough to what they wanted. It's Capitol Records. It wasn't big enough to what they wanted it to be. We kind of went through the same thing with like Bad Religion and that sort of thing. This is going to happen. This is before she was huge. This is pre something to talk about. And let's be honest, with this style of music, super blues, female singer, it wasn't working. Now, she was still Bonnie Raitt. She was still amazing, and people still saw this. In fact, one of those that saw it was My God Among Men, was my favorite that we all know. I should be wearing a shirt, although the Joe Satriani Silver Surfer shirt, that's okay too. I'm okay with that. Anyway, Warner drops her. She's broke as shit. She can't pay her band anymore. She's working normal fucking jobs, trying to gig at night. Prince picks her up. Prince brings her to Minneapolis and says, hey, let's record an album. You are fucking amazing. We're going to record an album. Gets in a huge ski accident. Can't record. So Prince has to drop her because she can't record anything. She's hurt. Yeah, so really fun. But this is where she meets Don Was. Don Was was with Blue Note Records, and he also saw that. He also saw the brilliance. And thanks to him, thanks to the Blue Notes record, Don Was, we get Nick of Time. And this is where everything changes. This is where they bring her into the fold. And yes, Nick of Time is a little bit late 80s cheese. I'm okay with that. I'm embracing. It's funny. Look. Here's the thing. Every season there seems to be an ongoing thing naturally. Things just keep coming to the forefront in a season. This season seems to be sign of the times talk. This season seems to be, hey, this album, for example, Nick of Time, a little cheesy, a little too late 80s, overproduced, little Stan Redgway kind of like, wow, that is about as... I love it. I'm embracing the time. I'm embracing the Nick of Times and the Boys to Men and all that sort of stuff. I think it's great. Maybe it's just... I don't need timeless. I'm okay with time. I'm okay with it. I've accepted death. This album is so smooth. It's not quite honky tonk. It's not quite cheesy 80s Roadhouse blues. It's not quite Nashville. It's not quite Delta blues. It's a lot of bit of everything, and I'm great with it. It's Roy Rogers, and it's thorough good, and it's like thick Stan Ridgway quirky cheese, but it's good. It's not bad. Harvard, hippie parents, always paying tribute to her influences, always doing the right thing kind of person. I love it. And what's funny is you listen to this album, background or whatever you want to call it. It's fun. It's light. Man, I turned this album on tonight before coming to record, before making dinner and stuff. I turned this album on. My son, my 1-year-old son, I wish I could show you the video. I've never seen him dance to music like that. I've never seen me we listen to records at least once a week, that sort of thing. I've never put the needle on something and seen him just like so fucking happy, like just giggly happy, dancing his ass off. Bonnie Raitt's his favorite, and I'm okay with that. Nick of Time it wasn't her pinnacle as far as fame. It wasn't let's give him something to talk about. And then that's when I found her. I was very young at the time. But this is really when she found her voice. And it's not, her earlier stuff is amazing. It's not saying that this is better. She just really found her spot in culture, which is important for all of us, right? Nick of Time, great album. Let's do some awards and categories. The 70 million Jackson fans can't be wrong. I don't know how many people our generations, assuming you are all the exact same age as me, love Bonnie Raitt. I don't know how much we talk Bonnie Raitt. I love Bonnie Raitt. I hear Bonnie Raitt. You turn on Bonnie Raitt. I see my Bonnie Raitt vinyls. You can't say vinyl. That's weird. I know the plural of vinyl is vinyl, but if somebody asks you, do you have Bonnie Raitt vinyl or vinyl? What do you say? What if I have more than one? What if I'm trying to tell them that I have 4? Not answer me that, fucking Rachel, English major with your master's degree. I love Bonnie Raitt. I am a 29-year-old male that loves Bonnie Raitt. I think I'm healthy. I like it. What's love got to do with it? Do you like this album more or less because the artist? I think we know the answer to that. I like Bonnie Raitt. Okay. I think that we talk so much about shitty, fucking douchey, fucking piece of shit artists because we're a music podcast and because everybody's shitty and douchey. It's so refreshing when you get to an artist like Bonnie Raitt, who is just a pleasure to cover because you don't have to, by the way, yes, I know that they did blah, 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 blah to this person in the hotel. No, she's just a good egg, man. She's a fucking good egg. The DMX Award. What makes her unique? I mean, how many famous bluesy females do we have? I mean, I'm not talking like singers. I'm talking the blues crews, the guitar, vocals. I feel like we can kind of count it on one finger. There's more than just one. There sure shit ain't many. The Mark Lanegan True Rockstar Award, same thing. In fact, I think the thing about her is she did what she needed to do to get her sound popular, but she really didn't mold as time went, trying to change her sound to stay pop. Bonnie Raitt was Bonnie Raitt. She stayed Bonnie Raitt. That's a rock star. I think it was properly rated in its time because this did sell pretty well. I think it's a little underrated now. I don't think Bonnie Raitt's really talked about at all, and I don't like that. I don't think I'm a fan of that. We should talk about her more. That's what I've decided. Influences and influences, we talked about it. It's all them old hats. It's all them Howlands and Muddies and John Lee Hookers. It's all those mannish boys, right? Never mind the Bullocks Award. Look, I'm tempted to say yes just because I love Nick of Time. I do. I love it. Luck of the Draw is really fucking good, though. And I'm telling you, some things are hits for a reason. Something to Talk About. Fuck, man, that song's a beast. And it's not on this album, so no. Dude, seriously. I think you go The Road's My Middle Name. If you listen to The Road's My Middle Name, it is basic fastball down the pipe blues, and it's Bonnie doing it Bonnie's way, and it's great. If you can get into that, you're going to get into the album. The John Popper Award for Best Hook. I think Have a Heart is good. Have a Heart's not, I know Have a Heart got really big. It's not one of my favorites. It's a good hook. It's a really good hook. I like her singing that. It makes me happy. The John Prine Best Lyric Award. I Ain't a Porcupine. It's a little silly, Bonnie. No, the best lyric is from Nick of Time. When did the choices get so hard with so much more at stake? Life gets mighty precious when there's less of it to waste. That's fucking, hey, that's fried gold, and you fuckers know it. The Eddie Van Halen Award, look, let's not complicate things. Bonnie Raitt has the smoothest, butteriest, most beautiful slide guitar you're going to hear. You can contest it. I get it. There's some fucking badass slide guitars out there. I'm not saying she's the best slide guitarist in the world. I've seen a couple that are, there's one that's, let's save that for another episode. I'm not saying best slide guitarist in the world. I'm saying smoothest. I'm saying you do not get more buttery than Bonnie. God damn it. Surfer Rosa Award, I'm actually a B-side on this album. I think the B-side, it gets a little darker. Here's the thing. I didn't finish my thought earlier. Third Wine. So maybe a little, I don't know, man. You listen to this album, background or when you're barbecuing or anything, whatever. It's light, it's bright, it's happy. You listen to lyrics, there's a lot of heartbreak in this, especially on the B-side. So I'm good with the B-side. I like, you know me, I like that bright music disguising the heartache. Makes me happy. The Time of Your Life Award, the worst song on this. I guess it's Nobody's Girl. It's not a bad song. It just doesn't speak to me. It's a little, I think the whole theme of it doesn't impress me. But I don't not like it because I can listen to this whole album happily. 3 best songs on the album. This was harder because God, there's like working on a love letter and there's some good songs. Have a Heart. Have a Heart's a great song. Cry on My Shoulder is my number 3. It's a great 80s anthem-ish, beautiful chorus, odd chord progression a little bit. It's different enough to be a little bit, hey, what are you doing there? But it's still fairly basic and really good. Too Soon to Tell is my number 2. It's just old school slow blues, Bonnie doing it wonderfully. And then my number 1 is Nick of Time. I love the start of this album. I love where it puts you. I think it's fantastic. Does this album belong on the top 500? I think it does. If I'm trying to look at the list as a best, not favorites, there's gotta be one Bonnie Raitt album on here. And I haven't looked at the list. I'm assuming they put this on here instead of Luck of the Draw. I highly doubt they have 2 Bonnie Raitt albums on here. I hope they do. Hope I'm wrong. But I'm okay with either of those being on there. Actually, there's 1 or 2 more Bonnies and I'm okay with too. So I will say absolutely it belongs. And do I own it? Of course I own it on vinyl. Yes, I absolutely do. I don't have it behind me tonight, but I promise you I do. Maybe I'll post it on Insta. Go to the Instagram at VerseCoursePod. And maybe what you'll see there is you'll see a Nick of Time album. Rate the album. I guess I'll go 8 out of 10. It's really hard to be listening to this and not say 9 out of 10 just because it's so fucking likable. I'll go 8 out of 10 because it's not high enough to where I'm never like I have to listen to that album right now. But every time it's on, man, I get that big old smile on my face. And that's 492, Nick of Time by Bonnie Raitt. I got to talk Bonnie Raitt. I love it. I think I just took up half the episode. Sorry. She's got a lot of shit going on. She deserves it. Should we get to the next album? All right, let's go. We're already having problems with the list. That's okay. It's not my list. It's Rolling Stones, right? I can disagree with it. 491, Harry's House by Harry Styles. I don't know, man. Trying really hard to be Prince, first of all. when this starts with the sushi song. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, trying really hard. What's hard is it's catchy. I like it because it sounds like Prince. And Prince is amazing. It's very 70s. It's actually a little more 90s Prince. But it's that first song catchy as fuck though. It's just not the Harry's House Harry Styles album is very it reminds you of those old iPhone commercials where there's the person dancing, like the white silhouette dancing. It's that music. If you like it, you're gonna like it. If you're not, it's not a bad album. It's just kind of, and actually as it goes on, it gets worse and worse. And I guess we can talk about that, huh? Kid Harpoon wrote and produced most of this, which did go double platinum. So congratulations, Harry Styles. Harry Styles, of course, from One Direction fame, a Justin Timberlake of the new age, if you will. This is the other issue I have with this is we'll talk about it. Here's Harry Styles, a direct quote. This album was much more of an internal thing. It felt like it took on this whole new meaning, and it was about, like, imagine it's a day in my house. What do I go through? A day in my mind. What do I go through? In my house, I'm playing fun music, sad music. I'm playing this, I'm playing that. It's a day in the life. To me, this reads as the super rich One Direction kid just wanted to record an album. And they're like, well, what are you feeling? It's like, I don't know. I have everything in the world I can ever want. It's just, how about an album where it's like, what is it like hanging out with me for a day? It's hard for me to like, bro. It's hard for me to like. This did win a Grammy for Album Pop Vocal and Best Engineered Album. Look, it's an extremely easy listen. It's a kid that grew up in fame. I think he's like 30 in this album, so it makes sense. It's kind of like it's like a King Joffrey, not by evilness, but just by being thrown into the throes of fame at such a young age and dealing with that your whole life. And now you're a little older and you're trying to center yourself, and this is what you're going to come out with. It starts out great, but it doesn't. It's a little British polite. It gets really old really fast. It really does. And also the lyrics suck. He's got a great voice. He really does. And I think that's it. All I have on the go. Let's see. Oh, Quincy Jones has a writing credit on this, on one of the only good songs, which I guess we'll talk about later, Daydreaming. But it was funny researching this, and all of a sudden Quincy Jones' name pops up. 70 million Jackson fans can't be wrong. I don't know. I'm kind of meh on Harry Styles. I don't hate him by any means. I don't love him. I don't know how many people are meh on Harry Styles. I feel like that might be a little unique. What's love got to do with it? Probably less. Look, I'm not going to like the super fame pop, born from the record label pop gods, the Rachel stuff, the K-pop, the industry made artists. I'm going to have a hard time cheering for those people, even though Harry Styles seems like a totally fine human being. The DMX award, and I'm doing the Mark Lanigan True Rockstar Award too. He's an ex-boy band womanizer. Like, these albums are very womanizing. He's very, coming on to a lot of chicks. He has the song in his next album about, doing the thing to women and really enjoying it. It's very rock star. It's very DMX too. The boy band afterwards womanizing. It's a little unique. It's very rock star. In its time and currently overrated, underrated, properly rated, I think it was pretty popular. So I'll say properly rated because, look, he's One Direction. Of course it's going to be big. Like, I'm not, but this seems like it's already kind of forgotten, right? I don't care about Harry Styles anymore. Do we? Am I in the wrong circles, and maybe he did come out with something, and I don't know. Influences and influencees. Prince, he also said that he was listening to a lot of Strokes at this point in his career, which there are a couple songs that make total sense. Like Keep Driving sounds like later year Strokes in absolute, totally. Never mind the Bullocks Award. Is this his best album? I don't care. I don't know. I haven't listened. This is the only one I listen to because it's on the Rolling Stone list, and I can't tell you that. The No Dude Seriously Award. Best song to give somebody if they want to get into it. It's the Sushi song. It's the first one. John Popper Best Hook Award. It's the Sushi one. It is. You see a pattern here. The John Prine Best Lyric Award. I really like his Scooby-Doo beep. He scats. It's funny. It's out of nowhere and he starts scatting, and I just picked that because there aren't any good lyrics on this album, honestly. Let's see. Surfer Rosa Award. It's so top heavy. It gets so boring, so fat. It really does. Like, good. Turn this on and try to get through it. Good luck. Time of Your Life Award. Matilda is like peak boring on this. There's a lot of boring parts. You know, Cinema, Love of My Life. There's a lot of meh on this, but Matilda is kind of the peak. What are we doing here? And then the three best songs on the album. I like As It Was, kind of like a MGMT, Foster the People feel. And then Daydreaming, the Quincy Jones one. That's a really good song. It's well put together. Shocker that it's a Quincy Jones joint. And then my favorite song is the Sushi one. It's the best song by far, no question. Not even a contest. Which, you know, got that shot out of a cannon syndrome, people. Does it belong on the 500 albums? Look, are we comparing this to Nick of Time, the album that's below it? Are we like Arcade Fire, Funeral? We're putting this almost 10 above. What are we doing here, Rolling Stone? No, I don't own it. I'm never going to own it. I have no interest in owning it. And rating it, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. It's fine. It's not a 3. It's fine. There's good stuff in it. There's good writing. The production's rad. Like, even Matilda, the song I talk shit about, the guitar production in it is fantastic. But I don't care. Should we move on to the next album? Let's move on to Heart Like a Wheel by Linda Ronstadt, number 490. 1974, Linda's 5th album. Hey man, I am a Linda fan. I'm not a lose my shit Linda fan. It's not Bonnie Raitt level for me, but Linda fucking rad. This is from Capitol Records. This is a blink and you would have missed it. Short, beautiful, little less country folk, little more rock, Fleetwood Macish, greatest. Just over 30 minutes long of beautiness. Linda was doing a lot of country folky stuff. She pulled a little bit of a T-Swift, except, you know, reversed, because she did it first. But it's funny, all these country chicks, you gotta go rock if you want to get pop. Peter Asher produced this. He had done a lot of work with her with the Stony Ponies, which was back doing a lot of her country stuff, but nothing stuck to the wall that they did. It's really good. It's really pretty songwriting. It's really good songwriting, but nothing stuck to the wall until this one. This was Linda's breakout by far, and probably best album. It spent 51 weeks on the charts. It had a bunch of really big writers on it. Ballard Jr., Anka, James Taylor, who Peter Asher also produced. Hank Williams. There's a Hank Williams song on here. She didn't write any of these songs, so do without what you will. I will do something with it, as you, no surprise there. Can't be a 10 out of 10 if you don't write the songs. Or if it's a compilation. I don't know about live album. Can live albums be 10 out of 10s? Are there live albums on this? This is going to be an interesting conversation. I got to figure out a way to make this interactable. I got to figure out a way to get you to join me on some of these, listeners, and tell me why I'm insane. I hope you write me and tell me why some of these albums are worse or better than I'm saying. I deserve it. I want it. I want to talk to y'all. I don't talk to y'all enough. I actually don't. Listen. I just stole that from My Favorite Murder. Sorry, ladies. That's a great podcast. Hey. Actually, if I could steal from them, maybe we can start getting the same amount of listeners. Then we are set. But I don't quite have the amount of interaction that I used to. I don't get the same amount of emails or DMs. I think it's because we quit. You have time to go through Wikipedia and look who worked on this, who the session musicians on this. I'm not even gonna read them off. It is ringer after ringer on the fucking studio sessions. Just go read it for you music fiends, for you instrument playing I know that guy lovers. Check out the fucking lineup on this album. Jeebus hell. And I don't have much else before the awards on this album. This album is not one of my favorite albums, but man, this sound like defined. It helped define the 70s. It's a gem. I don't ever choose to listen to it, but it's important. That's what I would say. This is an important album. This is a sound of a genre for sure. Of a decade. I don't know, guys. I don't know. 70 million Jackson fans can't be wrong. What about this album? Am I on a small island for loving? You know what I'll say is prefer the more folky country Linda Ronstadt. Crazy, right? But yeah, like, you know, When Will I Be Loved is great. You're No Good is great. But you give me like Willin', that sort of thing by Linda, I'm all in. You know, you give me fucking, what is it? I Can't Help It. That's what I want Linda singing. And I think, you know, You're No Good was massively popular on this, and good reason. It's a great song. What's got to do with it? Neither really. I don't like it more or less because of Linda. Like I said, I'm not a big Rhonda guy, but I like mad respect. I don't have the crush on her music that I do on, it's like Bonnie's, but I have a lot of respect for her. The DMX award, there's not so much unique on this. This isn't unique, but it did help define the 70s. I think I've said that 3 times now. That's how I feel. That is my opinion. The Mark Lanigan True Rockstar Award, Linda was the first arena female rocker. She was the first rocker that was selling out massive venues. That's it. Overrated, underrated, properly rated, properly in its time. I don't see a lot of Ronstadt coverage in new age music appreciation, Instagram posts, things like that. So I'm going to say a little bit underrated. Influences and influences. A lot of country rock people. You know, I think that a lot of influences are people like the Eagles. I bet like Reba McEntire-ish type of those, the women that came after, the Mirandas I think a lot of those probably have Linda Ronstadt to thank, you know, from your Rebas to your Maren Morrises. The Never Mind the Bullocks Award, I do think this is her best album. I don't think it's probably my favorite, but it's probably her best, I think. And it is the one that shot her like a rocket into the popular sphere. The No, Dude, Seriously Award. When Will I Be Loved is, you know, the I've Been Cheated. Everybody loves that. Everybody loves that stuff. You know, you turn that on, somebody's going to be into it. John Popper Best Hook Award. I think it has to be No Good, right? You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. It has to be. John Prine Best Lyric Award. Some say the heart is just like a wheel. When you bend it, you can't mend it. It's simple, but it's good. The Eddie Van Halen Award. There's some killer pedal steel guitar in Keep Me From Blown Away. Go listen to that. It's good. The Surfer Rosa Award. Here's what I'll say about the Surfer Rosa, about how this album is structured. I feel like having You're No Good start the album gives it a bit of a wrong impression. I think it's putting the rockiest rock song at the beginning, and it's not really what this album is about. So I won't say I get putting it at number 1, but I don't know. The Time of Your Life Award, maybe Keep Me From Blowing Away, I guess. I don't know. It's samesies as a lot of the stuff from the earlier stuff, so maybe it's just not, it's unoriginal. But there's not a bad song on this album. Let's see. But, okay, 3 best songs. This is much more fun to do. You're No Good is my number 3. It's undeniably well written. It's undeniably amazingly produced. It's a fantastic song. Number 2, You Can Close Your Eyes. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful way to end the album. And then number 1, I think I'm going to go I'm going to go It Doesn't Matter Anymore. It Doesn't Matter Anymore is kind of the perfect vibe. It's very wonderfully produced. It's edgy, but it's not off-putting. It's very Fleetwood Mac. And I love that. Do I own it, and does it belong on the top 500? I don't own this. I do own a couple Linda Ronstadts, ironically, considering I said that this is her best album. I just think I've never seen it and grabbed it. Linda Ronstadt is a very bargain bin artist for me. So I would absolutely pick this up. Yeah, I would. This is a garage sale bargain binner. It absolutely belongs on the list and probably farther up, I would think. Stay tuned and we'll find out. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. She didn't write any of it. So I'm not going to skyrocket it up to but it's a really, really, really good album. And kind of what we talked about earlier on the pod a few episodes ago. Go back and listen whenever that was. There's nothing wrong with a 7 out of 10. A good old fashioned 7 out of 10. 3 albums down, 1 album and 4 songs to go. Let's take a break. Let's be right back. We're back. We're so back. How's it going, everybody? How you feeling? You gals and guys want to talk about number 489, Back to Mono? I'm pretty sure that when I tried to cover this on our YouTubes a year or two ago, it was a very similar review that I'm going to do now, and I apologize for that to anybody that listened to it. Back to Mono, which is a Phil Spector joint, it's basically all of his singles from 1958 to 1969, including his Christmas album. It's like a 4-disc, probably like 6 album compilation. It's everything 50 to 69 Phil Spector. It's the compilationiest compilation ever. This is so stupid, Rolling Stone. It's so fucking dumb. You are taking one of the greatest producers of all time, and you are taking all of his singles he ever did, and you are saying you're putting it on the list. So you're acknowledging that it does belong on the list, but only at 489. I don't get that. I don't. That's like, I can't even comp that to something else. I don't know how that works. If you have one of the greatest producers of all time's whole thing on the list, saying it belongs on the list, how is it not top 30? How is it 490, 489? I just want to hear the logic on it. That's it. I get that probably because it's Spector and Jack Nitzsche. Jack Nitzsche, we haven't talked about either. I do a lot of shit talking on Phil Spector because he was a psycho piece of shit, but I don't talk enough about Jack Nitzsche, who did all the producing on this stuff with Phil Spector. He did stuff for the Stones, Neil Young. He did work on Exorcist and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. We've talked One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest on this pod. We did an episode where we talked about the whole score because it's fucking amazing. It's totally amazing. Go check out that episode. But we also didn't talk about him and he was married to Carrie Snodgrass, the actress, and then he was charged with threatening to kill her after he barged into her home and beat her with a handgun. So these are just a couple of really shitty dudes that maybe that's Rolling Stone's like, hey, we have to acknowledge its existence, but we can't put these fuckers higher up. I don't know. It's just weird. So let's go to the 70 million Jackson fans can't be wrong. What about this album do you think you're on a smiling? I'd rather have all the singles than this whole compilation. Like, it makes sense. Hey, you just get the one compilation, you're set, you have it all. I don't want that. I don't. Something about it is grody to me. I'm crazy, right? I'm crazy. What's Love Got to Do with It award? I mean, it's so hard to like. It's so hard to be okay with Phil Spector shit. But it's hard because, God, the artists are so rad. Fucking Benny King and Curtis Lee and Ray Peterson and the fucking Teddy Bears. It's so hard to like this stuff, but it's so good. And the artists are amazing. The DMX award, it's insane how much music this fucker was responsible for. It's insane how many singles like massive radio singles that this guy from a specific time, he was doing it all. He was undefeated. It was amazing. The Mark Lanigan True Rock Star Award. It doesn't get more rock star than all the atrocious things he did, unfortunately. Underrated, overrated, properly rated in its time. Yeah, I would say properly rated now because nobody thinks about it or talks about it or probably knows about it, and he's a piece of shit, so he doesn't deserve it. But also, I guarantee you, if I asked most people about Back to Mono by Phil Spector, they wouldn't have a clue what the fuck I was talking about, and that's kind of sad because that is a decade of musical history that people just don't have in their genre. They just don't know it. Kind of like almost erased from history. It's fucking weird. Influencees. The only thing that I have on here that I would mention is Stan Ross was like Phil Spector's Jedi Master of musical engineering and all that stuff. So I don't want to blame him for the personal stuff, but he's definitely to blame for the musical genius. I don't think a lot of people know about Stan Ross, and you should go look him up. Never mind the Bullocks Award. Is it the best album? It's a dumb question. Sure. The No, Dude, Seriously Award. You have one song. Show 'em Be My Baby. Show 'em the Ronettes. I've talked about the Ronettes 100 times on the pod. We all know how much I love them. Go listen to my Ronnie Spector episode. It's a good episode. I'm proud of it. John Popper Award. There's a million hooks on this. There's a million. Let's see. How about Hit Me? He hit me. It felt like a kiss. It really was a kiss. Just a great fucking name. It's so weird. It's so weird. The John Prine Best Lyric Award. There's no, to know him is to love him. Sure. Why not? Let's see. Eddie Van Halen Award. Oh, the Eddie Van Halen. What I have on here is, what is it? Is it the Love? Yes, Love Is All I Have to Give by the Checkmates. Go listen to that, and go listen to that fucking dude, Sonny Charles, the lead singer to the Checkmates. My God. Just fucking crushing it. He was a big influence for Joe Cocker and who was the other one? Van Morrison. Just go listen to him shred vocally through that whole thing. It's goddamn amazing. Surfer Rosa Award, I'm not answering it. It's stupid. This is dumb. It's a compilation with a fucking Christmas album at the end. A full Christmas album. One of the most famous Christmas albums of all time. I don't know why I'm getting mad at this, but I am. Time of Your Life Award, the worst song in the... I put the whole Christmas album. Well, you threw a Christmas album on this. I don't get it. It is 3 best songs on the album. You do have You've Lost That Love and Feeling on here by the Righteous Brothers. And, songs like Do Run Run. So I think I'm going to do some unknown ones I'll do those as my 3. And then my unknown ones, I'm going to do number 2, A Love Like Yours by Ike and Tina. Another wonderful story there. But fuck, man. You say what you want about the tumultuous shit that Ike and Tina ended up, the horrible person Ike ended up being. And the wonder that was Tina and what she dealt with. But Ike and Tina, musically, fucking amazing. A Love Like Yours. Go listen to A Love Like Yours. And number 1 on this is the number 1 track. If you don't know the Teddy Bears, just go listen to Know Him Is to Love Him. My God. And then, of course, everything by the Ronettes. The Ronettes are fucking gold. And the Crystals. The Crystals are amazing, too. Does it belong on the 500 and do I own it? I don't own it. I don't see myself ever owning this. I don't know how vinyl of a thing it would be. And no, I don't think it belongs on the 500. I just don't think it makes any sense. I'm probably overthinking it, but I don't care. So here we are. We are 12 albums in, and because of it, Back to Mono is my number 12 so far. It is my last. Going to 11 at Harry's House. Number 10, Shaka Khan and Ask Rufus. Shaka Khan, Ask Rufus, with the album Ask Rufus. Number 9, Here My Dear, Marvin Gaye. Not one of his best albums. I don't really get why it's on here. Number 8, Suicide by Suicide. Shocker, yes. Number 7, Shakira. Hey, kind of like Shakira. Number 6, Heart Like a Wheel, Linda Ronstadt. Great album. Number 5, just above Linda, is Boyz II Men. Of a Beautiful Time. Maybe those should be switched. Right? Heart of a Wheel is better than... Yeah. Sorry, Linda. Let's go ahead and switch that. Let's do, okay, so number 6 is 2 by Boyz II Men. That's right, isn't it? Number 5, Heart Like a Wheel, like Linda Ronstadt. Number 4, I'm actually going Nick of Time on number 4 because I just have been so into number 3, which is the Beats of Soweto. It's underrated, guys, and I've been into it this year. Kind of brushed past it last time. I didn't even review it. Sven did. But God, it's good. And then I have number 2 is the Ronettes, which I know it doesn't make sense because that's also a compilation, but at least it's just one artist and it's their prime time artistry. And the number 1 is still the only 10 out of 10 so far on the list. So we're already 12 wrong, according to me, with Rolling Stone, and that is Funeral by Arcade Fire. Okay. Should we get to this stupid idiot song list? I mean, for fuck's sake. Number 492, So What by Miles Davis off of the little known album Kind of Blue. Just barely better than Lizzo, guys. Rolling Stone's fucking crazy for putting this song on here because this opens up this portal of like, wait, we're putting real fucking jazz on here. And I understand that Kind of Blue by Miles Davis is the easy pickings of, it's like the difficult jazz album that made it into the mainstream. Like it was so, as Evil would say this year, it was so undeniable that it could not be not everywhere. But it's 492. So What by Miles Davis is on the Rolling Stone list at 492. Yes, you heard it. The pinnacle and basically the complete structure of Dorian mode jazz is 492 on the Rolling Stone list. Are we gonna look? I fucking love the album, so I will. Miles Davis, Cannonball, Coltrane, Bill Evans, Wynton Kelly, Paul Chambers, Jimmy Cobb, Fred Plaut. Whatever. Miles had been reading the Lydian chromatic concept and tonal organization. This is his whole ethos for this. It's all about modal jazz. So modal jazz is the so standards jazz where you go chord to chord to chord. You're based on chord changes. This is just free fettered scale. It's none of that. It was very, very new for the time. Let's see. It's hot. There have been books and books and books. There's been documentaries about this album. There's been literature written about this album and what this meant to jazz. This is the founding structure of improvised melody being jazz. It started a new type of music. It's not started it because, like I said, this was all based on books that had been read and music that had been played. But this is it's just so silly to have it at 492 on, and we'll get more into why after this. I will say that if you're looking to dip your toe into jazz, one of the things that makes Kind of Blue approachable, because Miles Davis is not typically a super approachable. He's a little too bebop and he's modal. Like I just said, this is not chord based, which is what your ears are looking for if you don't listen to a shit ton of jazz. But the first song on the album, which is So What, is very approachable. It's very, just go sit down and relax and try it. What's Love Got to Do with It? Do I like it more or less because of the artist? But look, I fucking love jazz, guys. I love jazz. Miles Davis is a god. Coltrane is a fucking god. And they're both on this. Cannonball's a fucking god. Yeah, of course I'm going to like this. Of course. Don't be an idiot. Brain Pleaser Award. It's really easy to pick Coltrane stuff because Coltrane's such a fucking... He's a whatever. He's the last rounds of Muhammad Ali after he's been rope-a-doping for 10 and he's just going ape shit. That's Coltrane. But Davis he's sneaky and he's really spacey on this song, and he was just so fucking good at picking his spots. So yeah, Spacey and Dangerous Miles. That's what I'm saying on this one. Overrated, underrated, properly rated. It's properly rated then and now. It's seen as a perfect jazz album. It's seen as undeniable. Again, as Evil would say, this album will not be denied. There are no detractors. There are no people saying, well, here's the thing about Kinda Blue. No. You either don't know it or you respect it. There's no two ways about it. The Royals Award, is this the artist's best song? We're not going to play the game of let's talk about Miles Davis's best song. It's so stupid. I will say that this is renownedly known as a pinnacle album of a whole fucking genre. I don't know how to answer that. This album is considered like a 19 out of 10. Rickroll, is the song overplayed? No, it's fucking jazz. Nobody listens to it. The John Prine Best Lyric Award. Heyo, no lyrics, so you know I love it. The album setup, I talked about it already. This is very approachable, and it's song number 1. I think it's wonderfully placed. Is it the best song on the album? I'm not going to answer that. This album is Kinda Blue. I'm reading through the track list. So fun. Rank the song. Okay, here's the thing. This is why I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. Come the fuck on. Yes, it's So What by Miles Davis. It's a fucking 10 out of 10. At 492 on Rolling Stone's list. Should we keep going with the comedy? Because it gets even better. At 491, just one song better than So What by Miles Davis is Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. I kind of like doing this. This is fun. 1987's Welcome to the fucking Jungle at 491. I don't cheat and look up. I'm so excited to see what's above these two songs. I will tell you that I'm beyond mad to comedy after this. But let's not spoil talking about Welcome to the fucking Jungle, okay? The some would call the savior song of rock and roll. Axl Rose and Slash saving us from Poison and its ilk. Sorry, Evil, saving us from your shitty music. Axl Rose wrote the lyrics while visiting a friend in Seattle. Basically, they went to Seattle. Yeah, it's a big city, but fuck, come to LA, man. Let me tell you about LA. The jungle where you're gonna fucking die. Let's see what I say. It's a big city, but at the same time, it's still a small city compared to LA. And the things that you learn if you come with me, it seemed a lot more rural. I just wrote how it looked. Apparently, it's based on some Axl Rose first getting to LA, walking down the street, and a homeless guy screams at him, "Welcome to the jungle, baby. You're gonna die." And here we are, born in this amazing Slash fucking riff song that kicked everybody's ass in the late 80s. This was just, 1987, what else was White Snake, Hysteria by Def Leppard, which is a great album. But this just, God, it was so refreshing. And we all know what it is. We know what it is. We would not have the Alice in Chains. I don't think we'd have the Nirvanas. Not that Nirvana was influenced by Guns N' Roses, but bringing darker, dangerous rock back into the fold. Not these, Evil, God bless him. He wants his rock stars dangerous, but that genre he's talking about, the Poisons and the Rats and stuff, they weren't fucking dangerous. They were wearing more fucking high heels and makeup than anyone. And then we come to Mr. Brownstone heroin shooting up Guns N' Roses with fucking Slash, who's you can't see his face, and the skeleton crosshat shit. Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Give us Guns N' Roses from deep in LA. What's love got to do with it? Here, okay. Obviously, we people of our ilk, we fucking love Guns N' Roses. Here's my question to you. Is it getting harder and harder when they keep playing and playing? You've heard nowadays Axl, right? Mickey Mouse Axl. Is it time to have the old man? What is with the generation of guys of the Vince Neils and the Axl Roses that won't just fucking ride off into the sunset and stop fucking embarrassing themselves? Can we knock it off, please? You're ruining it Stop ruining it. I don't want to hear Mickey Mouse Sweet Child of Mine. I don't want to hear Big Mac 103 Vince Neil trying to sing Kickstart My Heart. What has become of us? What do we... gross. Brain Pleaser Award. I mean, look, when Slash's riff kicks in after the intro, is there a cooler fucking guitar sound? Are you gonna get a cooler guitar? You're not. And the beginning's amazing too. That arpeggio with the reverb on, it's great. But then when he gets, I love it. Overrated, underrated, properly. It's properly rated. It's properly rated. Then now everybody knows Welcome to the Jungle. Everybody's gonna know Welcome to the Jungle. You know, it's fucking, what is it? Fucking 35, 37 years old. Stop one person on the street, tell them to sing Welcome to the Jungle. They're gonna know it. Fuck, I hope so. My daughter is she wants to wear cool retro rock shirts. She asked for a Guns N' Roses shirt. And I said, yeah, you got to fucking listen to them first. And we popped this album on. She was into it. I'm just hoping that she knows, I hope she knows Welcome to the Jungle, man. The Royals Award, is it their best song? Is it even close? Begrudgingly, yes. Definitely not my favorite. Let's get that out of the way. I feel like that's a question for another episode. I feel like, is Welcome to the Jungle Guns N' Roses that's the Guns N' Roses song? I don't feel like I have to answer that, and I feel like that'll be answered someday on the pod. Rickroll, is this song overplayed? No. Is it overplayed? Yes. Is it overplayed? No. Have we all heard this a million times? Yes. Do I want to hear it 1,000,001 times? Yes. You can't Rickroll this song. The John Prine Best Lyric Award, you're in the jungle, you're going to die. Fuck. Honestly, the best line is, you can have anything you want, but you better not take it from me. That's a fucking great line. It's underrated lyrics on this fucking song. The album setup, yeah, you shoot me right out of that cannon. Is this the best song on the album? I mean, best, yes. Favorite, no. So for me, I'm saying no. There's a couple songs on here I like more than Welcome to the Jungle. That's okay. And then rate the song. It's a fucking 10 out of 10. It's Welcome to the fucking Jungle by Guns N' Roses. Okay? So let's talk about 490. The song just above So What and Welcome to the Jungle. It's Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. Look, I'm not saying that the song ain't catchy. The song's catchy. All right? I won't even say it's not good, I guess, but what the fuck? This is Rolling Stone, so we got to do something to get younger listeners or readers. I don't even know. I don't know what they're trying to prove. The story of the song is great, right? Lil Nas X, who's a country rap genre, which obviously is not a big deal. He's on SoundCloud. He's getting all this stuff on SoundCloud a lot with the SoundCloud rappers, and he's getting enough clicks to where he's able to get big enough on TikTok to where he calls out Billy Ray Cyrus to do it with him. And he just gets bigger and bigger and bigger until he's the biggest artist there is. I think it's a great story. It's a great story that he just came out with his own shit on SoundCloud and boom, absolutely blew up. That's fun. That's great. Produced by Young Keo, and Trent and Atticus get a production note because one of their songs is sampled for it. It's the 34 Ghosts, track 4. I like the genre bending. I like how we got to the point and are at the point where the genres are bending so much that people are fighting over what belongs on what billboard and who shouldn't be at the country awards, and that stuff's fun to me. I like that. This is Certified Diamond. It won Best Pop Duo Group Performance. It won Best Music Video. It won a shit ton of awards. Look, I'm not here to talk shit about Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. I'm here to talk shit about the decision to put it at 490, just above Welcome to the Jungle. And so what? Clickbait? What's love got to do with it? Less. This makes me like it less because I'm sure I should like Lil Nas X, but I don't. It's not his fault that Rolling Stone did this, but I'm kind of blaming. I kind of hate him for it. Brain Pleaser Award. It's a catchy fucking song. That's it. The Brain Pleaser is the whole fucking chorus. Overrated, underrated, properly rated. It's properly rated. It got huge and then it got forgotten. Nobody listens to this fucking song anymore. The Royals Award, is it his best song? Is it close? I think he came out with a couple other ones that got huge too. So I'm gonna say I don't know. Rickroll's song, was it overplayed? Yes, yes, it was. John Prine Best Lyric Award. It's obviously My Life as a Movie, Bull Riding and Boobies, Cowboy Hat from Gucci, Wrangler on My Booty. The album setup, it was a single. Is this the best song on the album? It's a single, and rank the song. Look, it's not. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. It's not like. It's catchy. I keep saying it's catchy. Go Lil Nas X, do your thing, get your fame, get your money. Nothing on you, but just like, what are we doing? And that leads us to the last song of the night, which is number 489, Cannonball by The Breeders. This list is so fucking weird. Okay, I'm not even gonna. Rolling Stone putting Welcome to the Jungle just below Lil Nas X and The Breeders, just so random. Such a like. Look, I know who was in The Breeders, so I'm not saying they're a one-hit wonder. I'm just saying, this came out in 1993. It was off the album Let's Splash by The Breeders, which are a great fucking band. The Kim Deal is in it. She wrote and produced it with Mark Freegard, who I don't know, so sorry. Deal was inspired writing this song by the Marquis de Sade, and also I think a lot of her turmoil with Black Francis. She was officially out of the Pixies. She had left because she was pissed about Black Francis being a fucking asshole. She was growing in popularity. She was wanting to help a little more with the writing and stuff like that. And of course, a guy like Black was not into it. This was their second album. It was just, I think this song, going through it, is kind of biting the thumb at Black Francis. And if you listen to some of the lyrics, I think, let's talk about it. There's a writing called Cannonball by Marquis de Sade, which is basically, the sum of it is kind of, Marquis de Sade was, how do I explain it? If you are better than somebody, then that somebody is fodder, basically. And that's kind of, I think this was a calling to her experience in that. Oh, by the way, the music video, go check out the music video. It was produced by Spike Jonze and Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth. Jesus, man, I don't know if I'm tired or what. This was huge in France too. Let's go to the categories. I don't know what I'm supposed to, the What's Love Got to Do with It award. More, it's Kim Deal. I fucking love Kim Deal. We all love Kim Deal. The Brain Pleaser award, I mean, is that bass line not one of the best bass lines you're gonna hear? It is. Overrated, underrated, properly rated, maybe a little bit forgotten now, maybe a little underrated. The whole album is good. The album didn't get enough attention, just this song did. The Royals Award, is it the best song of the artist? Probably. It's the only one anybody knows. To me, I don't even know that it's the best song of the album. No Aloha is a really, really fucking good song. There's a couple of great songs on here. Rickroll Award, is it overplayed? No, it's not. And I don't really think it was overplayed then either. It was played all the time on the radio, but I loved it. John Prine Best Lyric Award, Spitting in a Wishing Well is great. I love that line. The album setup, I think it's good at the 2 spot. I like the 2 spot. In baseball, they say that the 3 spot is where your best hitter is supposed to go. But if you go by Moneyball, you should always put that guy in the 2 spot. Is this the best song of the album? I'll say yes, and then rank the song. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I'm almost wanting to go to a 9. It's a fantastic, the bass line alone, and the fact that it's Kim Deal, like, we love Kim Deal, and that bass line is the shit. It's a great song. It's just, I'm just really fucked up by the placements in these 4. That's all. And now we get to rate them. Okay, so for these 12, I'm going last song, Old Town Road. Are we shocked by that? I mean, again, not a bad song. Number 11, Without You. 10, Truth Hurts. Lizzo, Poncho, and Lefty next. You're So Vain. It's witty. Stronger by Kanye. Into Cannonball by The Breeders. And then we've got Baby Love. And we've got Time After Time. the Cyndi the Lauper. Then we got Where Is My Mind, ironically. Also Black Francis. We've been talking about him a lot. Into number 2, So What? And number 1, Welcome to the Jungle. And it feels really weird having So What and number 2, but is it a generational thing? I mean, how is Welcome to the Jungle in the fucking 90s? How did that? You would think that it's a fucking softball to put that in the top 30 or something. This list is going to be fascinating as we go. And that's it. That's all I got. Welcome to the Jungle in the 490s. I'm going to be thinking about it until we get to our next episode where Evil and I talk about a surprisingly awesome year in 1982. Hope you are enjoying the Rolling Stones Let's Check It Outness. I am. Fun going into these albums. Fun having a drink with you all. That's all I got. I'll see you next week. Be safe out there, huh? Yeah, be nice, be safe, all that stuff. Laugh a little bit. Try to enjoy yourselves. Get off the social media every now and then, unless you're going to @VerseCourseVersePod. You can also go to the website, VerseCourseVerse.com. We love you. Good night and good luck.